Good morning. This is Father Stephen Kelly from St. John's Church in Detroit. We're continuing our series of daily morning meditations where we generally look at one or another lessons that are assigned for morning or evening prayer, what is known as a daily office lectionary. And today, I thought for Thursday morning, let's take a look at the gospel lesson that's assigned from St. Luke's Gospel. We're on chapter 16, beginning at verse number 19. There was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple and fine linen and fared sumptuously every day. And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate, full of sores, and desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores. And it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried into Abraham's bosom, and the rich man also died and was buried. And in hell he lifted up his eyes, being in torments, and seeing Abraham afar off, and Lazarus in his bosom. And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus, that he may dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue, for I am tormented in this flame. But Abraham said, Son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things, and likewise Lazarus evil things. But now he is comforted, and thou art tormented. And besides all this, between us and you there's a great gulf fixed, so that they which would pass from hence you cannot, and neither can they pass to us that would come from thence. Then he said, I pray thee therefore, Father, that thou wouldest send him to my father's house. For I have 5 brethren, that he may testify unto them, lest they also come into this place of torment. Abraham said unto him, They have Moses and the prophets, let them hear them. And he said, Nay, Father Abraham, but if one went unto them from the dead, they will repent. And he said unto them, If they hear not Moses and the prophets, neither will they be persuaded, though one rose from the dead. Okay, so I think that ending is going to make it sound pretty obvious what we can talk about. But let's talk a little bit about the actual story itself. Again, this is a parable. Jesus is speaking with a hypothetical story, but to teach us solid and true theology. And that is that we care and need to have concern for one another. So often I'll hear people jokingly say, am I my brother's keeper? And of course the answer is yes, right? The answer is yes, you are to be your brother's keeper, and we are to care one for another. Is it a sin to be rich? Absolutely not. Is it a sin to be rich and selfish? Absolutely, right? Greed is one of the 7 deadly sins. And so it would be incumbent upon this man to help a man who's literally a beggar at his door, to help him, to find a way to get him need and aid. But what's interesting, somebody recently pointed this out to me, I can't remember where I heard it from, but what's interesting is that here's this man, Lazarus, he's in hell, and he's talking to Abraham, right? There's some sort of telecommunication, who knows how that happened, and he's ordering Abraham to order around this poor beggar, right? Tell him to go and get some water and dip his finger in it and cool my tongue, right? He's not even asking. He's trying to give commands even from hell. Shows what an unrepentant heart looks like. But of course, ultimately, the story that Jesus is trying to get a point across here is that this man says, well, then send him to, again, he's ordering him around, send him to my brother's house, right? So that my father's house, so that my brothers will hear this. And Father Abraham says, they've got the prophets, right? They know what the teaching is, that you're to care for you, to love your neighbor as yourself. They know what it is. And he goes, oh, no, if somebody rises from the dead, they'll believe him. Well, Jesus Christ rose from the dead, and many did not believe him. Still don't. But by God's grace, through faith, many more have. And we do, because he's Lord. So anyway, so let's take this faith that's the free gift from God, and let's live it. So today's Thursday. We do have our 9 o'clock Mass today, and so we're here at St. John's Church. I hope that you can join us, or else you can watch live on the live stream here on this channel. But either way, I pray that you will say your prayers, and God willing, we'll see you in church. Have a Thursday that's full of blessings.